Hello! Today I'm filming my eyeshadow roulette update. This is going to be my... Hold on, there's a cat who wants to come in. Wait. Okay, cat safely indoors. It's a really gloomy and rainy day, so I saw him running on the road and he just looked so miserable. So I just had to... Yes, I just had to... Yes, he agreed with me. It's a very gloomy day. Right, so my update for my eyeshadow roulette. Now I have filmed 4 previously, so this will be my 5th one. I'm gonna start by going through the shadows I randomized last time, give a quick recap of what I thought of them, and then we'll do the fun part, which is randomizing. So, my little sticky note. The first color I randomized was from the BH Cosmetics by XO palette, and it was the 3rd eyeshadow in the palette. So, 1, 2, 3, this one. Doesn't have a name that I know of. Very nice beigey pink, and in this light it looks very beige, but in real life it kind of goes from beige to pink. It's very pretty. I used it 3 times. I enjoyed using it. It was very nice in the inner corner and all over the lid. Primarily, I would say though, all over the lid it worked the best. The second color I randomized was from the Soft Glam palette, and it was the color Bronze, which is this color. This one is also very beautiful. I really like the shimmers this time. This is a very beautiful, very highly pigmented shimmer shade. I used this one twice. I think I could have used it more if I had other palettes in the roulette to combine with it. I know you're allowed to combine how you want to through your collection, but I kind of like using the shadows that I randomized together. I feel like that's kind of more challenging. These 2 together, very nice. This one on its own, very nice. I will be doing like I did last time and inserting eye looks, including the selfies. So, hey, yay, stay tuned for that. The 3rd color I randomized was from the Too Faced Just Meet You Pats. The 3rd color I randomized was from the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes, and it was the shade Just Ripe, which is this one. It's like a nice maroony brown, I want to say. I know I said when I swatched it that I was like, oh, it's patchy, but it worked very well on the eyes. It was definitely not patchy. I have no complaints. I thought I would, but I have none. And I used this shade 3 times. Both the Just Peachy Mattes palette and the palette that I will be talking about now were in my previous eyeshadow roulette, which made me a little suspicious. But, you know, it's just random. Random is what random is. So the 4th color was from the Elva 2 from Eye Cosmetics, or Elva 2. And it was the 1st shade in the palette, the color Apricot, which is this one. Very buttery, very smooth. There we have it. So I was like, you know, looking forward to these 4 together, and I was hoping for a blue or a green, but if you watched my last update, you know that I didn't get a blue or a green. The Apricot shade though, it's a nice color. It does what it's supposed to. I find again that it's more of a mustard color. In hindsight, I feel like I should have given this one its own look, like only this one. I think that would have been pretty cool, but it's never too late. After all, it is in my collection. And I used this shade twice. Now, the 5th and final shade, I was excited to get the palette, but I wasn't as pleased about the shade from the palette, which was this color, the pink shade. I found it was nice to use everywhere, really. There we have it. I've done a pretty sheer swatch. And for all I was griping that I wanted a blue or a green, I used this one the most of all 5 shades. I used this one in 4 different looks. Sometimes you don't get what you wish for, but what you wish for isn't what you actually need. So, last time's shades, 5 pretty colors. I really enjoyed the ratio of shimmers to mattes. I felt that made it easier to make very interesting looks. And now, all that's left for me to do before randomizing new shades is inserting my eye looks with the corresponding selfies. Enjoy. There you go. Those were the looks. But now it's time for the fun part, which is randomizing. Like last time, I have in total 351 shadows in my eyeshadow collection, that is both singles and in palettes. I haven't added any new ones yet. I'm very interested in getting the ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie collab palette. I'm so happy for her. I've been following her for years and she's funny and unapologetically herself. She seems like a genuinely good person. I will not ramble on about Raw Beauty Christie, but I will link her channel down below.
Spoiler from editing Louise, I bought the palette.
But now back to randomizing shades. Again, I have a total of 351 eyeshadows in my collection. So let's enter that into a random number generator. I'm just gonna use Google's on my computer, as usual. Generates 172. Okay, so this is a palette I haven't used in a while. Let me go get it. It's from my NABLA Dreamy palette. This is a beautiful palette. And it was the color Delirium, which is that one. These shades are very nice. Let's skip to Swatcheroo. It looks like it's a brown shade on the screen now. It is brown, but it has like pinky purpley glitters in it. Let me just look in the palette as well. Yeah, in the palette, it's a purple shade with pink and purple glitters. Beautiful. This is one of the shades that I've not used that much because any dark shade that has glitter in it, I find kind of intimidating. I want to just put it all over the lid, but that will make it a very dark smoky eye, which I don't always feel like wearing. So I'm really pleased with this one because this palette is beautiful. NABLA eyeshadows, the ones I've tried and the ones I own, are very nice. Off to a good start. The next shade, 230. Let's see, 230. Oh, it's a shade I've used before. It's the ABH Norvina Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2, and it's the brown shade. I actually put a little dot next to that one, so that means I can roll again. Number 8. Ooh, that's a single. I don't know why, but I get so excited when it's single shades. Okie dokie, let's see. That's the first page in my notebook, which is exciting. Number 8. Oh, it's a Clarins shade and it's called Groovy Green. So in my singles, it's this one. Oof, I remember really liking this one. The light is getting darker, so it might be difficult to see the shades. I will, in better light, take pictures of each shade, but it's a beautiful shimmery green. It's not very dark, it's actually pretty light. I mean, together, that's a pretty cool look. Oh, no. Okay, I accidentally pushed Randomized, so that's the next one. That was accidental, but I don't want to cheat and be like, oh, I accidentally pushed it. I'll take a new one. No, I don't know if it's cheating. If anyone else has done that and been like, oh, roll again, that's not cheating. But my brain was like, well, you pushed the button, so you have to take it. 209. But I wish I took a new one. Okay, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Okay, and it's the color Sienna. Sienna is this one. I used it in an eyeshadow palette bingo. I know it's a nice color. It's a very smooth color. So those three will work well together. Okay, that was 209. Next one. Another single. Ooh. Oh, I wonder if this one might be similar to the one we just generated. Hold on, I'll go get it. If it's too similar, I will take another one. So there we have it, the color Whipped Mocha. Oh, I'm really gonna have a hard time distinguishing between these two. You know what? I'm wiping that off and rolling again. It's just I can't have two that similar shades. I feel a little bit like I'm doing it wrong, but no, it's not fair to this color to not let it shine. You know, I really do enjoy these little ones that came in the advent calendar a few years ago. They're really good quality, so it's not because of that, it's just that the colors are so similar. The third shade, 27. Ooh, it's a single heavy roulette. Yay! So 27. Ooh, this is a shade I bought and I had a very specific idea of how it would perform and it didn't really. So this is a really good opportunity to test it and see if I should declutter it. It's from Kicks, a Swedish beauty supplier, and it's the color City Fog. City Fog is this color. Feels pretty smooth, pretty buttery. That's gonna be good. It's a gray, slightly metallic, sheeny color. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Again, I've had it for a while and had like a specific idea of how I would use it, but it didn't work as I had planned, and then I kind of just put it to the side. So this is good. I'm really pleased. And now the final color. 319. Okay, it's the Beauty Bay and Nikki Tutorials palette. So let me just go get that one. Ooh. It's the color Aura, which is that one. It's so pretty. I'm childishly pleased with this. Ooh, I'm so pleased. So this is a lineup. I'm a happy camper. Okay then, the lineup for the 2 coming weeks is NABLA Dreamy palette, the color Delirium, Clarins Groovy Green, ABH Soft Glam palette, Sienna, Kicks City Fog, and Beauty Bay by Nikki Tutorials Aura. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Like the last 4 updates, my goal will be to use each shade twice at least, but my goal will also be to use these shades as inspiration to dive into other palettes and shades in my collection. Yes, that felt like a good goal. Now I'm going to note in my notebook that I've used these in the eyeshadow roulette so that if I randomize them again, I won't be using them. And then I'll be noting these 5. Ooh, I'm happy. Yes. Right. Tea break with the Swedish King. He made a speech in the spring that was very sweet and very much about solidarity and taking care of each other and, you know, showing each other respect in these difficult times. So this girl I follow on Instagram, she makes very many very fun things, and she made this mug with, you know, parts from the speech printed on it, and it brings me joy. So I bought it. I even broke it, and I've glued the pieces back together because I want to keep it. I'll put her Instagram handle in the description box if any of you are curious. I hope you have a nice day. Stay safe and wash your hands. And just be kind to yourselves because you need some kindness as well. Bye.